Hi, everybody. Hello. Happy Monday. How are you doing? Hey, T Square Treasures. Hi, Linda. You guys having a good Monday? As always, let me know if y'all can hear me okay. I'm sitting in a little bit of a different spot, so hopefully y'all can hear me good. Hey. I hope I don't say your name wrong. Anissa or Anissa? How are y'all doing today on this Monday morning or at Monday morning, Monday night? Hi, Stephanie. Of course. I'm so glad I can put something up for you guys. So sorry I haven't been doing my regular videos, but I'm getting back to it now that I'm officially done with holiday orders. Thank goodness. I'm so glad to be done. Today, I'm going to be putting together my new office chair. Y'all know, if you've been watching my videos, I've been sitting on bar stools and on the floor, and I finally ordered me a new little office chair. So I'm excited about having somewhere to sit now. I didn't have time to build it until today, and I've had it for a while. So hello, everybody. So like I said, I'm building my office chair today. It's just a simple little chair. I'm such a simple person. I'm not one of those fancy people. Good evening from Toronto. Hello. What time is it there? I know it's probably a pretty big time difference. I'm trying to figure out how to share this to the Facebook group. If you guys are not on my Facebook group, it's Simply Sally DIY. I'm trying to figure out how to share it to the page, but I don't know how. At least while I'm live, I don't know how. Hi, Lee. Oh, it's 7 p.m. there too. Okay. Hey, Holly. Yeah, I don't know how to do it. I'm going to have to figure it out. I wanted to share this to the Facebook group, but I don't know how to do it while I'm live. So, hello, Lily. Copy the link and paste it to your wall. Ooh, okay. Let's see. I'm going to try that really quick. Let's see if I can get it to work. And now it's not wanting to work. Okay, let's see. Oh, goodness. I'm trying to figure out how to paste this live to my group really quick. Okay. It's being slow, so I'll just come back to that. Hello, everybody. Okay, so I am building an office chair, like I said before. Finally have somewhere to sit for those of you just joining. Hi, Sally. I recently opened and hit 800 sales. Congratulations, Katie. I decided to go on vacation mode because it was so overwhelming and my sales have been worse since. So do I have any tips? So it takes a little bit to get back into the Etsy algorithm, and you're on Etsy, I assume. Yes. Okay. Sometimes that's why I don't really go on vacation mode. I used to do that, and now all I do is deactivate my listings. So I am on I say vacation mode, but I deactivated all my listings on Etsy, and now I have my shop still open for like messages and everything like that, but none of my listings, nobody can buy anything. So that's what I do, but just give it some time. When did you go on vacation mode? Sometimes it takes a couple of weeks to get back into the swing of things. So just keep posting constantly, renew your listings, get back into the like Etsy's SEO, and you'll get back in there. It takes sometimes a little bit of time. And right now, Etsy is dealing with an overwhelming issue right now with shipping and all kinds of problems. So just be patient. And if any of you are planning on starting an Etsy shop, I would honestly just recommend waiting until the new year, because right now it's a mess. I'm just being honest. Shipping USPS is an absolute mess. And I'm glad I went on vacation mode when I did, because the orders I shipped out even from November the 26th are still in transit, some of them. So I have about 50 something orders that are stuck in this transit period. And it's honestly terrible. I'm thankful that I only have a few customers that have been messaging me asking where their stuff is. But yeah, it's been bad. So just be patient, just keep posting things, and it will eventually get back in the swing of things. I would be patient until the new year. It'll get back into a good rhythm. So hello from Long Island. Hello. Hello from NYC. For my wood signs, am I just using spray paint on everything now or just black letters? So I am using spray paint on all of my framed wood signs, and I absolutely love the results. All of my signs have come out perfectly crisp. I've had no issues with bleeding. And I have a video that I'm actually working on this week on an updated like framed wood sign video. So that's what I'm doing for my framed wood signs. And for my stained wood signs, I'm right now still using a roller and my paint for my regular wood signs, not the framed. And eventually I might get back to the whole spray paint with those, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll kind of play around with it while I'm on a little bit of a break. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Hi, Brian. I see sewing machines. Do I do embroidery? So yes, I started off doing sewing and embroidery. If you knew if you look back at some of my older videos, how I got started with this whole business was sewing and embroidery. I used to make all kinds of custom kids clothing. I made pants and embroidery and all of that. And then I said, I'm going to go ahead and expand to monogram decals to kind of go along with my monogram shirts. And I ended up loving my silhouette, and I kind of geared to that. So yeah, I still have my machines and I still use them, but not near enough as I used to. Let's see. Control V and it will paste for you. Okay, I'll definitely try posting that live on my group because I know there's a lot of people that don't know how to get on the live on here. If you guys aren't on the Facebook group, I'm Simply Sally DIY if y'all want to join that. We got a lot of great people on there that are willing to help out with a lot of questions. So what did I miss? Hello from Texas. Linda, you didn't miss too much yet. I haven't answered but just a few questions. So you're still early in here. Anissa said, thanks. I'm wanting to open a shop soon. How many items should I plan to post to open? So I kind of recommend doing as many as you possibly can in the beginning. They say like around 30 is a really good starting point, but I started with 3 listings, but this was back in 2015. So, times have may have changed a little bit, but just as many as you can, because the more you have, the more opportunity there is to get out there. So just as many as you can, but don't stress about it too much. Let's see. I aspire to have a successful shop like yours. Oh, thank you, Michelle. I'm definitely, like I said, I'm not as successful as I guess some people out there, but I'm definitely proud of where I've come, how far I've come. Thank you, though. I don't know how y'all get so many sales. I opened in November and I've had 7 sales, but I'm grateful. Hopefully after Christmas. Yes, I think after Christmas things will pick up. Right now it's just a mess. The sales are all over the place with everyone right now. So it'll come. Just keep putting in the hard work and you'll get there. How do I determine the price of my items? So I do have a video on this coming. It's hard to explain exactly how to price your items, but in short, you just kind of follow along with what others in that genre are selling their stuff for, and then price all of your materials, calculate that. There's a whole formula, figure out how much you want to pay yourself, and then that's kind of how you price your items. And I like I said, keep an eye on that video since it's such a long, detailed explanation. I definitely have that coming soon. So keep an eye on that. I put it on the page for you, but I don't think it's showing up. Okay. Hi, I'm Luke. I'm going to go ahead and approve that. Let's see. Let me go ahead and try and post that to the page really quick. I'm going to try this one more time. Okay. Oh yeah, it's not working. Let's see. And my computer's being so slow right now. Of course. Okay. I will approve that for you, Luke. In just a minute, I will get on there and approve that. So let's see, where were we? Hi, Sally. Have someone helping you with the wood cutting and sanding, use the machines. So are you asking, okay, do I have someone helping me with the wood? No, I really do mostly do everything myself. My husband in the beginning helped me a lot when I didn't really know how to cut wood very well. He taught me kind of how to use the machines, but now it's pretty much me. I cut and sand and stain everything. And this coming year, I'm definitely, if the business keeps picking up, I'll probably have to hire a helper here and there to help do a few things, because I really did get overwhelmed this year. I think I took on too much for one person, and this weekend was like the best, being able to catch up on my housework, and because I had let everything just go for a while because I was so busy. So it's nice to be able to take a breather for a little bit. Okay, you ordered a Cricut Air 2 today. Congratulations. Okay, let me know how that goes with your experience learning that and stuff. That's always the best feeling when you get your machine and get to play around with it. What is my number one tip to be successful with your Etsy shop? Oh, number one tip. Oh my goodness. I'd say honestly, the thing that I had the most success with is consistency. So constantly posting new items and working and improving every day on things. So if it's your pictures or your SEO, your descriptions, your items, even working to improve your products, that's the most important thing I'd say is consistency and just improving. If I'm not doing much with my shop, I'm not going to do as well. And then the times that I'm spending all of my effort on it, that's when my shop really does well. So just keep consistent and you definitely will be successful. You just don't need to nobody needs to give up. That's always, it's worth being able to just see what can happen for sure. Hi, I made it right on time. I'll be watching while doing my dishes. Yay. I know I have dishes I need to go down and do too, but that'll be for later. So Iris said, sorry, in English. Well, no, it's fine. Your English is great. What brand of spray paint do I use? Also, do I prefer having the frame flush with the base? So what brand of spray paint do I use? Right now, let's see, I have it right here. Okay, so I'll either use Krylon or Rust-Oleum, but this is the one that I've been using, the Krylon Color Max Paint Primer. And when I'm doing my words, I found, you guys, that I like flat spray paint for my wording. So I've used the satin and the gloss whenever they didn't have the flat, but it does leave a shine. So I like the flat for my lettering of my framed wood signs. So this is what I'm using for my spray paint. Also, do I prefer having the frame flush with the base? Yes, I do like having it flush with the base. And let's see, so there is more of the frame flush on the back. Yes, I like having the back flush of the framed wood signs. Some sellers do it the opposite, but I like the look of the frame going up to the front, if that makes sense. That's how I like it. And other shops do it to where the frame is going to the back of the sign, so you can hang your sign from the frame, but I haven't done that. I guess I'd have to learn how to do that. Maybe I'll try it out one day and just see, but I don't know. I can't imagine. It'd be all backwards to me. So Linda said, just wanted to say that you motivated me to open my Etsy shop. I opened at the end of October and just hit 48 sales. Congratulations, Linda. That's amazing. That is awesome. Keep up the work and you're going to do great. Christy said, I just opened a woodworking Etsy shop on November the 2nd, and so far we've made 36 sales. Would you say we're right on the track? I'm not sure how to gauge it. Thanks, Sally. So you opened a woodworking Etsy shop and you've made that. Congratulations on your sales. That's amazing. Yes, you're on the right track. There is no amount of time or sales that prove how successful you're going to be. You're going to do great. Just keep it up and keep posting. And because I know I said this on my last live, but even if you had 3 sales, and then there's another shop that opened at the same time of you that had 40 sales, it doesn't prove that they're going to do better than you. You're always going to do better if you keep putting the effort in. Tabitha said, hey, so glad I caught you live, or glad to have you. Okay. I wanted the Cricut Maker, but it was a bit pricey for the budget I had. Hopefully, if I make money from it, it'll upgrade. Would it be best to make a website or just an Etsy shop? So a lot of people say, is it better to make a website or better to have an Etsy? And I always say, start off on a website that you can have a lot of clients built in so you can build up your client base. I started with Etsy. Well, Facebook kind of is where I started, but Etsy is where I started getting pretty much all of my sales. So, but if you can make it on a website, do it. But it is a lot of work to get the traction to your website. You're going to have to put a lot of effort into your ad budget, to the Google ads, and you're going to have to make sure you're really good on social media. I'm really bad about posting on my social media. I need to get better about that. But yes, I recommend starting on a website like Etsy, Facebook, Amazon Handmade, those kind of websites, just to get your name out there. Do I paint? Okay, do I paint my base with spray paint? No, I do not. I paint my base with regular wall paint. It is, oh, I just put my knee down on my scissors. You guys, I stepped on a plug last week and it went through my foot. I'm literally, this was the office, my mess in my office. I stepped on a plug and it went in my foot. I'm literally just continuously getting hurt here. But anyways, this is the paint that I use for my base of my wood signs, the framed wood signs. So semi-gloss, that's important, guys, because semi-gloss is, gives your, what is the word I'm looking for? It gives something for your stencil to lay on and it won't rip the paint back up because it's more durable. Flat paint is, don't use flat paint. Don't use flat paint for the base of your sign. Use the semi-gloss, and then I use the interior wall paint in High Tide White, Valspar 2000. It's like $18. And I use it forever. So that's what I use. And the thing about spray paint on your base of your sign, I've noticed that it does rip the paint off. I haven't found that works for me, at least me. There might be someone out there that it works for, but I don't. Okay, for large wood signs, would I say that FedEx is a better, cheaper option? Yes, if you're going to ship something larger, ship it in with UPS or FedEx because they ship bigger signs cheaper than USPS does. Do I use Select Pine or the more naughty one, whatever they call it, for your non-framed signs? So I use just regular, it's the high quality pine. I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but in our Lowe's and Home Depot, we have an aisle where they have the more upgraded wood, if that makes sense. I'm trying to think of what, I think it is called just pine something. It's 1-inch pine. And if I have find a link to it, I will show you guys. But yes, it's just the regular, and it does have knots in it sometimes. That's part of wood. You'll just find it. But I'll show that in a video soon. But I have a video on my page showing at Lowe's what would I get. So check that out if you want to see that. Okay. Am I selling? Oh, thank you so much, Sarah. I appreciate that. Oh, that is so nice. I'm trying to learn this live stuff, so y'all bear with me. Thank you so much, Sarah. That is so sweet of you. Let's see. I'm trying to go in order here. Let's see. Am I selling on Etsy alone, or am I selling locally as well? So I only sell on Etsy and then sometimes Facebook if I have time to like post things for like Marketplace and stuff like that, but only Etsy. I don't really sell a lot locally, to be honest with you. And if I do, it's usually friends, family, just people on my Facebook page, but it's not very often. And if I do sell locally, I will meet up with them in my hometown. I don't go out of my way at all. And that's the only way they save. They will save somewhat, but I'm only meeting up with them in my hometown. So that's kind of what it is. I don't discount too much. My prices, I feel like, are very within the range I'm willing to sell them for. Sometimes I will do cheaper though, sometimes because Etsy is uppriced a lot because you have to include your fees and everything like that. So some things I do, but vinyl decals, no. That stuff like that is the same price everywhere. Oh, thank you so much, Mia. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Thank y'all so much. You guys are all the best. I have the sweetest, I almost said customers. I'm so used to talking about my Etsy shop. I have the sweetest people that watch me on here. You guys are the best. You guys are honestly the best. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to go in order and I'm trying to see who I was. Have I tried eggshell finish? No, I have not tried eggshell, but I'm sure it'd probably be just as well. So try it out and let me know if it works for you. But I'd say anything better than flat paint would work good for your wood signs. For shipping, do you normally keep free shipping at your store? Do you think that the customers prefer that option or don't? So, yes, I think that free shipping does work a lot because people don't like paying for shipping. I don't know about you guys, but I don't like paying for shipping either. And it's kind of like one of those tactics that they say online, and it's not deceiving or anything like that. But it makes people more appealed to the items. Kind of like if you price things at like let's say you're going to sell something for $10.99 instead of 11. They say that it attracts people more than the $11, if that makes sense. So free shipping is a very big perk to people, even though you're actually paying for shipping. So it's really up to you and your shop. Some of my items, I don't do free shipping. They have to spend up to $35, obviously, to make it worth it for me. But yeah, I'd say free shipping works pretty good. It makes people more appealed to shop. Christy, thank you for answering my question. I was also wondering, when you create your signs, what is your favorite type of wood to use? So my favorite wood is either birch plywood for my frame wood signs from Home Depot. And then also Lowe's has a good, like, I guess not knockoff, but it's kind of like birch. It's called blonde wood plywood, 4x8 foot boards. And then for my frames, 1x2s in the pine section, and then 1x8s, 1x6s, and I'm trying to think of what else I use. That's pretty much my standard wood that I use. And I'll show you guys, I'll make another video really soon going into detail because I get a lot of questions about the exact wood I use. So I will make a video on that, guys. I have lots of videos coming. Okay, let's see. What are my favorite machines and woodworking tools? So I'd say if you're going to do woodworking, you really need to invest in a miter saw. Those are my absolute, that's the thing that I would, if I had to get rid of everything and I would keep my miter saw. So I just have a DeWalt miter saw and it is amazing and I love it. So I love my miter saw and a sander. You need an orbital sander. That's another thing that like I could not live without. I love, a circular saw is a good saw to have if you want to cut the plywood. It can be pretty inexpensive if you're wanting to not use a table saw. We have a table saw too, but it can get kind of dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. So, yes, miter saw, circular saw, sander. Those are my favorite machines and tools, I guess. And, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that like I couldn't live without. I actually have something new that I bought for cutting wood, my plywood. So I've been doing it the old-fashioned way, kind of measuring, drawing a line, and cutting my plywood for years. And my husband and I were walking around in Lowe's on like they still had their Black Friday sales, and I got one of those guides that you actually it helps you cut straight wood. So I'm really excited to try that out. And it was on sale. I can't even remember how much it was, but it basically makes it easy for you to cut. So that might be one of my favorites too. So I'll let you know. But those are my favorite tools. Hi, Dr. Strange. I love your designs. My question is, when you started your Etsy shop, how did you get so many sales? I just started in June 2020 and I only had 5 sales. So it's okay. Like I said before to someone earlier, even if you're only getting a few sales, just figure out what to improve. There's always something to improve, whether it be you don't have enough items, post more items, but make sure you focus on quality over quantity. Make sure your pictures are top notch, bright, grab people's attention. Figure out what works. Whatever your best seller is, make spends of those and keep selling things that you see are selling well. That makes sense. Just like I said, it takes a long time to kind of learn what works for every shop because every shop's different and the demand with different things are different. So if you're a wood sign shop, there's a lot of people out there selling wood signs, but you can still sell the wood signs. You just have to stand out in some way or another and just build up that client base. Do you send a proof to the client to approve personalized items? I'm having a hard time waiting for clients to approve the design. So I only do proofs if people ask. I don't reach out and say I'll do this. I do have a couple of listings that are custom vinyl decals and custom wood signs, and I will do that for those people. It just depends. But I don't do it only unless they ask. And if they ask, of course, I'm willing to do that. Because if they're paying for something, obviously I'm going to send them a proof. So yeah, I'll send proofs, but I don't advertise to do it because, that's a lot of work. You're awesome. Thank you for everything. Oh, thank you, Mia. Is this your second live? It's I think my third. I'm trying to do lives while I've been so busy just to keep you guys or keep videos coming for you guys, because I hated like just leaving y'all in the dark for so long because I was so swamped. Like I said, this was the busiest season ever. So it was crazy. So just launched my Etsy shop, Segovia Signatures. Sorry if I mispronounced your shop name, last night, and I made 3 sales. Congratulations. That's awesome for your first day. That's amazing. I just wanted to say thank you. Your videos have helped me. Oh, thank you so much. That is so sweet. Hi from Texas. Hello, Sonia. I have it set up to free shipping over 35, but I've been thinking about just upping the price and going complete free shipping. Yes, you can definitely do that. You'll see on Etsy, everyone charges different. It's amazing how different it is all over the board. So do what works for you. Just make sure you're paying yourself enough. Hi from Washington. Hello from South Carolina. We're still not getting that cold of weather here. I'm surprised. I'm trying to convince my husband to get me a miter saw. Yes, it's the best. I love my miter saw. Definitely. And I recommend DeWalt. It's my favorite woodworking brand. That's what because it isn't break the bank, but it's good quality. At least I think. Craig jig. Yes. Yes. Craig. I have a lot of Craig stuff. I have a Craig jig, and Craig is also the brand that I bought for that guide I got too. Raquel, that's what I did. I just raised the prices a bit higher. Yes. Everybody raise your prices if you're going to offer free shipping for sure. Let's see. Thank you so much for answering questions. Do I prefer 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch for frame signs? So for my frame signs, 1/2 inch is like the perfect size, I think. 3/4 might be a little too heavy. So I'd say 1/2 inch for your framed signs, for the base of your frame signs. Tips for posting daily. I'm stuck on what to post. Where do I get inspiration? So I'm assuming you're meaning, I don't know if you're talking about social media or Kylie. I don't know if you're talking about social media or if you're talking about Etsy, but it is hard to get motivation and inspiration to do that daily. So just do what works for you. Sometimes I'll knock out like 10 listings in one day. So, and that's great. Maybe you could save it. Find a day that you're really motivated and make all your new listings and just post them each day. Because I'll have days where I don't feel like doing anything and I'm not motivated. So I'd say just post when you can. And it doesn't have to be daily. Some shops do once a week, some shops do daily. It's up to you. So this is my second year with my shop. I offer free shipping after 35, but I'm struggling on shipping and the right box size. Most of the time I end up paying more than the customer paid for the label. Yeah, it's very tricky to learn about shipping and what works. The best thing I'd say to do is for each listing that you have that you say over 35, make sure you're charging enough for that item. For wood signs, I'll say sometimes I will get that customer here the shipping will be like $16 or something like that. And sometimes you just have to kind of eat the cost and do it. Cause a lot of times for instance, my 12 by 24 signs, the shipping will normally be like $8 or $9 for it. So I've already calculated about 10 or 11 for those signs in my pricing. So sometimes you'll get that customer that it is more expensive, but I just ship it, but make sure you're covering the price in your wood sign or whatever you're making so that it makes it worth it. Cause you definitely don't want to pay more out of your pocket. I've definitely had that happen though. I've had that happen in the past and it's not fun. But it's part of kind of running a business. You're going to have that come up sometimes where things cost more than you expected, which is unfortunate. How do I determine how much shipping to add into my price? I do wood signs and it can range from 7 to 21 depending on where it's going. So yes, how much shipping to add to the price? I guess like I said in a video where I did my shipping calculation video, I kind of explained that each item you sell, you calculate the furthest from you and just figure out how much that's going to cost just so you know how much you could have to pay. Yeah, if it's 7 to 21, just meet kind of in the middle But just know average normally is around $10, I've found, for most things. And if you are paying too much, check other places like FedEx and UPS, because you might end up saving a lot. Like I was showing you guys in a post in the Facebook group, I was shipping these large ornament order, and it was going to cost, I think, $50 to ship USPS. And then I clicked FedEx and it was 20 something dollars. I can't remember if it was $20. Yeah, it was $20 each box. So I ended up paying way cheaper shipping FedEx. So just check around. Good pictures are very important for your sales and to catch attention of customers in the store. What do you recommend for good pictures or how to create good scenery? So I found that people really like, well, at least my customer base likes the bright white backgrounds, the farmhouse backgrounds, bright, just pops of rainbows and things like that. Rainbow color, not rainbows. Just things like that that kind of grab your customer's attention. So like I said, I offer a lot of farmhouse style wood signs. So I do a lot of farmhouse, but if you're offering something different than that, then just find what works for your items that you make, if that makes sense. I'd say just make sure you have a lot of lighting in your room. If you can invest in a light box or something that you can take pictures and get a good editing, not good, I have a free editing software on my phone. It's just called, what is it called? Photo editor. And it has a little picture of a sunflower with rainbow petals. And I literally just write it up and add different effects to it or whatever, just to make it a little bit brightened. And it works for me at least. So, but you can go as far as, paying for a very expensive editing and getting all these fancy lights, but you can really just use your phone and it works just fine. But definitely edit it, y'all. Edit them to make them brighter for sure. Hi from the Philippines. Hello. Okay, people that order from me are looking for the cheapest item. Yes, that does happen. You're going to have the people out there that don't want to pay the price that they're willing to pay. And I even sometimes get questions on there if I'm willing to do something cheaper. Don't ever, just stick to your guns and sell it for what you know it's worth. And the people, you're going to attract the right customers. Don't worry. Just the people that are being too cheap for it, they can go find someone that's willing to do it that cheap. That's the mindset I have. You need to just stick to your guns with that. Like I said in a previous video, when I was offering complete free shipping with my decals, I was attracting all kinds of crazy people. I don't know what it was. So just wait out for the people that are willing to pay, and it's worth it. So let's see. Question, how can you get more sales? I've been up on Etsy for 2 weeks with no sales. So I kind of answered this a little bit in the beginning, but just be very consistent and keep posting new items and you will get sales. You just have to be consistent. And if it's not working, figure out what's not working and fix it. Like I was saying, it could be your pictures, it could be your description, it could be your titles. Figure out what it is, tweak a few things here and there, and then change those things and you will get more sales, Melanie. You just have to keep trying, keep up the hard work. And if it's meant to be, it will be. Is there a particular size miter saw you suggested? I'm not sure about the size. I'll have to go back and look, but they're all kind of around the same sizes. I'll have to go back and see what size an exact one mine was, but it definitely works good. But it really, any saw with the right blade, it'll be fine. Because we had a cheaper one that we had before, the DeWalt one, and it worked just fine. I just had to keep making sure the blade was good and sharp. And so any miter saw you get should be fine. Okay, when I offer free shipping, I know I build into my price. Which region do you build into the price for South Carolina, West Coast, or East Coast? Okay. So when I'm building in my price, I'll usually go to California, New York, Texas. So I'm in South Carolina. So I'm kind of in the South down there. So I'll calculate across the globe. Sometimes I'll go to like Montana, Colorado, all the stuff a complete opposite from me. Because I know that California is expensive. Their shipping is expensive. So I'll always do California first to figure out what my price is going to be. So yes, I understand. I get a lot of orders from the West Coast too. Business suites through Facebook help a lot to schedule posts to Instagram and Facebook. Okay, thank you for that tip. I will definitely See if that works. Oh, and I need to approve that post really quick. I'll look at these. Let's see. Oh, my foot just fell asleep. Okay, I'm sitting on the floor. This whole season of me doing orders, y'all, I've been working on the floor. And I've been getting so many leg cramps and hurting myself just because I don't know why, but I work more efficiently on the floor. I don't know what it is. Tell me if you guys are like that. Do you guys sit on the floor and do your work, or sit on the floor to build something, or is that just me? I don't know. Oh, Luke, I'm approving your post right now. If you guys aren't on the Facebook group, I'm on Simply Sally DIY, and we have a ton of awesome people on there. And we get questions daily, and there's so many helpful people on there. I just approved it, Luke. Okay, let's see. Does my YouTube channel affect my Etsy shop? Like showing people how I make it, does that affect sales? So I don't share my Etsy shop usually. I used to in the beginning, and my link to, like, if people wanted to buy from me, but it actually messes with your algorithm if you're attracting people to just look at your page. It messes Etsy's algorithm up. It makes your shop look like, wait, these people are getting a lot of traction in their shop, but nobody's buying anything, if that makes sense. So the only way sharing your shop is beneficial is if that's going to turn into sales. If it's just people looking, it honestly can affect your shop in a negative way, if that makes sense. So that's why I took it off of I'll give you guys my page if you ask for it, but I don't just go out and say, oh, check my page out, kind of stuff like that. So yes, but a lot of people, and in the beginning, I made this whole YouTube channel to boost my sales. So that's what I was going to do in the beginning, but it kind of transitioned into this helping other people, which I love doing this way more. And I kind of am passionate now about helping other people start their own businesses. So that's if that's the question you're asking, Melanie, I'm not sure. But yes. So Kylie, how much do I charge for shipping and door rounds? So I don't make door rounds. I want to, though. I do want to sell wood rounds, but right now I've heard they're very scarce. I've heard it's hard to find, I've heard. Y'all haven't even started on my chair. Let's see. If I ship USPS, I found that pirate ship is the way to go. It integrates with Etsy and really is the cheapest. Well, thank you, Holly, for letting me know that. I've been looking into I'm going to look into pirate ship. I've heard that it is a great shipping company. So I'm going to definitely test that out. Maybe I'll do a video comparing the different shipping companies. Sonia, wow, I see sewing machines and a serger. Are you back there selling sewing stuff? So Sonia, yes, I used to sell embroidery, children's clothing. I used to make little kids ruffle pants, and that's kind of how I started. That's what I used to sell. And then it, transformed into decals and stuff. So, and I found that I have way more love for that because I used to get so frustrated with but I love it. It kind of is what my grandmothers who taught me how to sew. So I've been doing it ever since my first daughter was born almost 10 years ago. So, yep, I have been doing that for a while now. And I still sew, just not for selling anymore. I have to see if I can go find pictures of what I used to sell you guys and show y'all. I'm back at my grandson just started crawling. So cute, but I hope I didn't miss much. Oh, it's so cute when they start crawling. I know when my little ones started to crawl, that's when they really got into everything. So you're welcome for answering. I'm glad y'all are here to ask questions. I use a Ryobi 10-inch compound miter saw, and it works great. Yes, Ryobi does make very good tools. My husband actually used to work for a company that made Ryobi. I just bought a 7 1/4 sliding miter saw, and I love it. Yes, Stephanie, I love my miter saw. Like I said, that's the one thing that I think that if I had to get rid of everything, I would keep my miter saw. Brittany asked, hi, what size wood do you use for my rectangle framed wood signs? So if you're talking about the actual background wood, I use just different sizes. I'll do 12 by 24, 12 by 12, and 16 by 32. Those are my main sizes that I offer for my frame signs. Thank you, Luke, for posting that. I appreciate that. Now maybe people will have a chance to watch it from Facebook. Type of wood, I should say. Oh, the type of wood. Okay, let's see. Type of wood. Yes, I use birch plywood and blonde wood plywood, both from Lowe's and Home Depot. Hi, Renee. I'm glad you didn't miss us or me. Hi, have you opened your new silhouette? Raquel, are you the one that asked me last time and I said, you guys better remind me to open that silhouette? Y'all, I've had it sitting in there for, I don't know if it's been a month yet. Has it been a month already? I hope that nothing's wrong with it, because if something's wrong with my silhouette, they better return it. But no, I have not. I have not opened it. Tomorrow, I actually legitimately am opening it, Raquel. And I hope I'm saying your name right. I'm so bad at mispronouncing names. But yes, I'm going to open my new silhouette tomorrow, you guys, and I'm going to film it in the morning, and I'm hoping to post it up tomorrow. So y'all expect a video of me opening my Silhouette Cameo Pro 4 Pro 24-inch machine tomorrow. If y'all missed the beginning, I was going to build my new office desk chair, because I've been sitting on bar stools and metal chairs and whatever I can find until I got a new one. So it's just a plain Jane gray chair or rolling chair. Have I okay, let's see. I use Pirate Ship, so much cheaper. I will definitely check out this Pirate Ship, you guys. I promise I will definitely check it out. Rashi, you didn't miss too much. What did I miss filming in? Oh, thank you so much. You could definitely go back and watch the beginning replay and see some of the questions. But if you have any questions, let me know. That is the saw I'm looking at. Old bearded guy, thanks. Okay, sorry. Have I ever tried reclaimed wood? No, I have not tried reclaimed wood, but I have seen a lot of shops that do. So I'm not too familiar with how that works with the reclaimed wood. Okay, do I have, oh, I just lost my place. Do I have a formula that I use to price my signs? So Tabitha, yes, I do have it, kind of. And I'm going to have a video on that soon, like I mentioned earlier. I'm going to explain kind of in more detail how I price my things, but it's not that fancy, y'all. I'm not one of those people that are really math. I have all these calculations and formulas, but there is a little bit to it that I do. So I'll show you guys that soon. Vanessa, you can find me on Etsy. I just have my shop right now. I have all of my listings deactivated because I'm kind of on a vacation mode kind of right now. So I'm not really I'm on there, but my stuff is not on there right now on my Etsy shop. She said open my silhouette right now. I know. I'm going to tomorrow morning, y'all. I'm going to open that silhouette for you guys. Promise. Because I want to try it out too. I really want to play with it and see how it works. Yes, I'm excited to see if it really does work as good as they're advertising it to work. I have the new Silhouette Cameo 4 too. Got it in February, opened it last month and still haven't used it. So you're just like me then with putting it off. But I've been so busy. I just have not had time. Okay, let's see. Do I purchase 1/2 inch wood? Yes, I do. 1/2 inch birch plywood or blue plywood. I can't find the 12 by 12 by 8 box on USPS, only the 12 by 12 by 6. Really? Is that the size it is now? Let me see. You know what? That's an interesting thing. Let me check and see if they changed the size. I have the new box right here. Okay, so I'm trying to see if they have the size on here. No, it's still 12 by 12 by 8. Let's see. 12 by 12 by 8. Yeah, this is what you guys can order these on the USPS. Those of you who are in the United States, you can order these on the USPS website and it's free. You can order as many as you want. Highly recommend. They have so many sizes. And they changed their boxes, y'all, to be way more durable than they used to be. So that's what I use. But no, I don't know. Tara, I'm going to have to go and look and see if they changed it. And I hope they didn't, because that's a size that works for me. So if it changed, I won't be able to use those anymore. I am new to Etsy and recently joined after my funds were transferred into my account and noticed Etsy account was negative for threshold. Okay, so after your funds were transferred into your account, your Etsy account was negative. Okay, So yes, that can happen if they had just paid you, and if you are paying for shipping and your money is going out, it will negative. But then once you start making the money for sales, it'll get positive again. Does that make sense? So if somebody, let's say that they paid you and you immediately either, let's say you went and paid for shipping, your account would go to negative on Etsy. And then when you get a sale, it'll go up immediately. Does that make sense? And then if it doesn't go anywhere, you don't get a sale for a week, then your money will just be taken out of your account that was negative. So if you're negative $3, it'll just take that $3 back just to make it positive. Does that make sense? Just want to say thank you for posting the videos that you do. You're extremely helpful. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad, y'all. I'm so glad I can help. Hi, I made it. Are you going to still offer critique of Etsy shops? Yes, I'm going to plan. That's something this year. Sorry, y'all, I have a hair in my face. That is something this year that I'm going to offer, I think. If you guys are interested in critiques, let me know. I'm not going to charge a lot. Like a lot of people charge like hundreds of dollars. I would never do that. Do I have a video showing how to prepare canister labels before packaging? What do I do to apply the sticky side? So do I have a video showing how to prepare canister labels before packaging? So are you talking about the actual canister, how to prepare them, or are you talking about the vinyl, Ken? USPS boxes are free. In Canada, you pay for everything, even if you're shipping empty boxes. Oh, no, that's not good. Yeah, they're free here, but a lot of stuff is not free, unfortunately. But those are. That's the one thing that is free. I think those are regional priority boxes. Yes. Wait. Okay, let's see. The ones I use are just regular, priority mail, not just priority mail. I think this is called box number 7 on their website. If I get it, I'll link it here. The vinyl is cut and on the plastic. So yeah, I don't have a video on how to apply the canister labels, if that's what you're asking. But I include instruction. If you're asking how the instructions I include with my customers, I include instructions when they get their order. But how you prepare the vinyl is cut and on the plastic. So yes, you just, I don't know. I guess I'm not understanding what you're asking. The vinyl is cut and on the plastic. So the backing paper. What do I put on top of the labels? Oh, okay. So transfer tape. So I use Rtape. Here, I'm going to type it in the comments. So a lot of people ask what I use. Rtape Clear Choice AT65. Oops. This is the transfer tape that you put on top of your vinyl when it is on the backing. You've weeded it. You just put the transfer tape on top, and then it transfers your label from the paper to your item. Do I recommend setting your payout settings for daily or weekly? I do weekly. So I think Monday it is, I get paid for Etsy. So I do it weekly. It works for me, but you can do it daily. It's however you want it. But I just found it's easier to do weekly. So then you kind of like just get a paycheck at the end of the week or the beginning of the week. I'm definitely interested. I would like to make any necessary changes as I roll new products for the year. Okay, I'll definitely make those critiques. I'll have to figure out how to set that up, but I will definitely do that. And I've been wanting to do critiques for you guys for a while, so I'll definitely set that up so I can do an in-depth critique of Etsy shops and kind of help you guys out, maybe with things that I noticed that need to be improved or whatever else. Okay, so Ken, on the transfer tape, now what other side? So vinyl has a backing on it already. So when you cut it on your machine and you weed it, that's you taking the vinyl off and it's leaving the letters that it cut. It's left with paper on the back. So all you need is transfer tape and vinyl. That's all you need. And then a weeding tool. So that's all that's on the other side. So I know a lot of people get that confused. They don't know that vinyl has a paper backing on it already. But it does. It has paper on the other side of the vinyl, if that makes sense. I'm trying to see if I can show you. So like this is a piece of vinyl. And when you cut it, let's say that there's words in here. When you peel it back like this, there's paper. Does that make sense? I think that's what you're asking. But yes, there's paper already on the vinyl when you cut it. Okay, let's see. I do my payments every 2 weeks, but just because that's how I was used to with my old job. Yes, you can do it however works for you for payout. Whatever works for you guys. Okay, in the beginning, Etsy was not charging sales tax to my customers, but one day to another, I've noticed all my clients are being charged by their state. All of your clients are charged? So, okay, Etsy now does pay taxes or they remit the sales taxes for you, state sales taxes. So, yes, there are a lot of states that Etsy does charge their customers that are in their states. They'll charge them sales tax. You don't need to worry about all that because in the end of the year, when you're doing your tax stuff, it'll show you on one of the CSV forms what all state taxes that they remitted because they're not paying you the taxes that they charged your customer. Does that make sense? So don't worry about that. Yes, Etsy does do that, but make sure you can go into your settings and just make sure everything's right. But if it's not paying you for that tax, Etsy is charging that. So yes, that is normal though. A lot of my customers get charged sales tax depending on what state they're in. There's a lot of states that charge sales taxes. It's crazy, but okay. Yes, Ken, that's just the paperback on it. It's just on the vinyl, and all you have to do is add transfer tape when you're done weeding it. So it's pretty easy. What is my favorite transfer tape? Tabitha, I put it up a couple. Go look for the comment that I put up there, and it has the tape that I use. It's Rtape Clear Choice AT65. It is the best transfer tape, and I think anyone that does vinyl will recommend that transfer tape too. It's the best. So do I think a table saw is necessary to start the business or just the sander and miter saw? No, a table saw is definitely not necessary. I don't really like using my table saw that much. I'm going to get a new one soon just because the one I have is just not powerful enough to do what I want it to do. So all you need is a miter saw and a sander and a circular saw if you're going to cut the huge pieces of plywood. But Home Depot and Lowe's does do cuts for free too. So if you want them to cut it for you, they will. How do I figure out shipping? Sometimes Etsy calculated shipping is accurate and sometimes it's not. So Megan, I don't like to use Etsy's calculated shipping just because I just don't like it. So I will just, like I said in a video before, I'll calculate the furthest state from me, figure out exactly how much it could cost, and then calculate kind of the mean, the average shipping price and just figure it up in my calculations. And then I'll just charge what I think is appropriate. And just see what other shops that are selling the similar items, see what they're doing. And it can help you out kind of get an idea of what people are charging. How do I figure out how much they are taking out? I have a hard time looking at my finance. Oh, I know, Megan. It is very confusing. I even still get confused sometimes at Etsy's the way that they show everything that you're getting charged for. But there is a CSV form that you can not print out, but you can pull up on your computer, and it shows you everything that you're being charged, everything that your customer is being charged. And like I told you guys, I'm going to be making a video at the year explaining how I get all of my Etsy stuff together for the end of the year stuff. It is very confusing, I know, but it's really complicated, I know, but I will definitely try and help you guys out with that. Do I have any beginner-friendly videos for what to do when you open your Cameo? I have a 15-inch Cameo that I've never tried to use it. So I will make a video. I think that one video I want to make is kind of a beginner silhouette vinyl how-to video. So look out for that, and I'll kind of explain how to use it. It's a lot simpler than you think it is. The software is very user-friendly. I taught my mother-in-law how to use hers, and she wasn't very technology advanced, I guess, right words. So I helped her how to use it now. So I can try and make a video and explain it. How often do I have Etsy pay me? I do it once a week. So every Monday they pay me. And then I pay myself once a month. So in my business account, I have a business account with a credit union. I will go once a month and I will take out an owner's draw and I'll pay myself once a month and I'll put that into my regular bank account. So always keep your business money and your regular money separate. When you're running a business, that's the best way to do it because then everything's organized. Will they cut it to size for you? Yes, they Home Depot and Lowe's do offer that. I think that they'll do it as long as you're not cutting a crazy amount of wood. They will do it. I've only had them do it a couple times though, just to make it easier, because sometimes I'll drive my car and I don't want to I can't fit the 4x8 into my car, so I'll get them to cut it in half and then it fits in my car. You have the circular saw already. Yes, the circular. Then all you'll need to start your wood sign business is just a miter saw and a sander. That's all you'll need. What's the best way to make mock-ups? So I make my mock-ups. I don't know if you've seen the video that I made with PicMonkey, but I use PicMonkey, and are you talking about wood sign mock-ups? For my wood sign mock-ups and my vinyl decal mock-ups, I will use PicMonkey, and I'll just take a picture of my wood signs and I will upload them to the PicMonkey and then just insert my pictures on there. Go look at that video, Luke, if you haven't seen that one. I think it's called How to Make Mock-ups in PicMonkey. But that's how I make mine, at least. So, okay. Trying to get this chair open. All these little tools, of course. I just got an order for 2 signs and I haven't gotten my saw yet, so I'm hoping that they cut it down for me. Yes, they will cut it for you. You just go up to them and say, hey, I need a couple pieces of wood cut. Can you do this? And they'll do it. And some people say that their Home Depot charges after a certain cuts, they'll charge like, I think 10 cents a cut, which is honestly worth it if you don't want to buy a saw. So that's really all you'll need for that. But I don't know if they cut down like 1x2s and stuff like that. They probably do though, because they said the whole reason that they have that is to cut wood shorter to fit in your car. I use PicMonkey and Inkscape for mock-ups. Yes, I haven't ever tried Inkscape. I know a lot of people use that, but I definitely like PicMonkey. I want to make mock-ups for wood signs, cups, wall decals, and anything else I can make. I'll take a look at the video. You're welcome. Hello, John. Looks like my husband must be on break. He joined the live. I'm finally building my office chair. So I've been sitting on hard metal chair for a long time. Smaller Etsy seller YouTuber here. If you ever want to do a video collab, I'd love to set something up. Okay, A New World, you can definitely send me a message or email and we can talk more about that for sure. From now on, when I call you and you don't answer, I'm checking YouTube. That was who called, yes. That's where you can find me. The kids are being good tonight. So that's good. They normally are always behind me making a lot of noise, but they're being good tonight. So I had to bribe my oldest a little bit, but she's helping. So does anybody else have any more questions before I go? I use PicMonkey if I'm making mock-ups in the car and Inkscape one on the laptop. Oh, that's cool. So do you sell vinyl decals? We need her too, John. John, you hear that? They said they need me too. Oh my goodness, I just logged on. Hey, Ness. What is my Etsy shop name? Is it Simply Sally? I would like to look you up and see what you sell. So I don't have my items live right now because I'm on a vacation, not vacation mode. I call it vacation mode, but I just deactivated my listing so I could be on vacation for the end of the year. I do this every year so I can catch up on taxes and get things ready for the holidays and stuff like that. So, but it is Simply Sally SC. So like for South Carolina, Simply Sally SC, because Simply Sally was taken. It was a username on Etsy. And I emailed Etsy and I said, I really need this name. And they said, sorry. So Simply Sally SC is my Etsy shop. There's enough of me for everyone, John. I don't know why they make these things so complicated to build. Oh, this weekend, my husband actually built me, I'm going to show this in a video, but like a whole, what do I call it? A stand for my miter saw and my, what is that thing called that we got? Planer, for my planer and my miter saw. So he built it. We went to Harbor Freight and got one of those. I can't remember what they're called. Oh my goodness. It's like a rolling cart made out of plastic, like the industrial plastic. And he made it with plywood on the top, and it sets my miter saw on top. And then I put my planer on the bottom, and you can easily roll it in and out of your garage. So that's really nice. I'll have to show that in a video, but he built that for me this weekend. So that was really nice of him, because I've been having my miter saw sitting on one of those cheap tables that you buy. What are they called? You know, those cheap little plastic tables that you fold out. So he built me one of those. Thank goodness. I'm excited to have the new year. I'm going to have things that are easier to cut my wood on. So that's going to be nice. You're in Atlanta, so not too far. That's not too far at all. It's only about an hour and a half from me. My husband just built me one last week. It's much easier on my level. Oh, I know. Yes. Oh, we were like, we haven't even seen anyone else do this idea. So I'm excited to see how it turns out, but I'm just glad to have something that I can roll in and out of the garage until I'm able to build a workshop. I'm going to be building a workshop in the future. Now that we have land, I was thinking about building a warehouse / woodworking place in our back area soon, but this will do for now. So yes, for decals. Yes. I love making mock-ups for decals, but I've heard on Etsy that they don't like you using mock-ups. I don't know if that's true, but I think as long as you're making them yourself and you're not buying mock-ups, like buying, pre-made mock-ups, if that makes sense, then you're good to use that. Okay, thanks. I'll look forward to your video on the basics. I really enjoy your way of explaining things. Oh, thanks, Cece. Y'all, this chair is literally pieces. That's going to be so much fun. I needed a chair, though, because it's hard on my back sitting on these metal chairs. Oh, I can't even say that. Sally's She Shed. Yes, I'll have to give it a name. But I thought, in my mind, I imagine it being like buying one of those huge metal buildings, putting walls in it, and then having rooms. So I'll have like a woodworking room and like a warehouse and all kinds of stuff. So it's a dream of mine for sure to build that soon. So I'm excited for that. I say soon, probably maybe next year we'll buy the metal building, and then I'll kind of add things to it. This is our dream too. We live in a restricted community, so not much land. That's one reason my husband and I, we really wanted land. So we went and looked for years, and we found 10 acres and we bought it. HQ with electrified fence and guard dogs. We need to get more Jacks. We have a German Shepherd, and we always thought, we worry about him, with people come up, because he's so big and bad. He'll bark all the time. And a UPS guy came up, and Jack was out, and we said, oh no, he's going to get the UPS guy. And he was scared of the UPS guy. So he's a German Shepherd, but he's a big baby, our dog. So funny. But yes, my husband, electric fence. Yeah, no, we're not getting electric fence. We're not doing it. That's been our debate. We're getting a fence, and he wants to electrify it. We're not doing that. We already look crazy with our cameras. He got these huge security cameras. We're not doing it. We're not going to electrify our fence. Oh man. Is there an issue with buying pre-made mock-ups solely for the background? Okay, hold on, let me read that. Okay. Is there an issue with buying pre-made mock-ups solely for the background? Okay, so no, the background's fine. I've just seen a couple of forums that say that Etsy doesn't like people using mock-ups, but there's a lot of people saying that it's okay. I don't really know. I'm not really sure about that. I'm going to reach out to Etsy soon and ask them, though. because I am trying to switch to my own mock-ups now. That's why I take pictures of my own wood signs and things like that, just to be on the safe side. I'm working on Christmas ornaments. Hey, Kaylee. I'm so glad to be done with Christmas ornaments. I was over it. Oh, I was so over it. I still have a few ornaments left. See back there? That's all I have left. But I made it work. I stretched them out. And I'm glad to be done with them for now. What category do I put my signs on when creating a listing? So I think it's wall decor. Wait, what is it? I think it's under wood signs. I'm pretty sure. I type in wood signs on the category and it pops up. I'm not sure what it's called. I'll go back and look and let you know, Tara. The neighbors are going to think you guys are FBI, CIA, or something. You hear that, John? Our neighbors are going to think we're FBI. I've thought about that. But, with all this land and stuff, you can't be too careful, especially this day and age. You cannot be too careful. But, yes, I agree with that. I agree with that. But, you can never be too careful because there's some crazy people out there. You just can't trust too many people. I'd rather be safe having my little ones around and running a business from home. You just never know. Okay, how do I ship the ornaments to keep them safe, a box and bubble wrap? So yes, Dressed by Mia, I do have a video. Go back a couple of videos and it's called How I Ship My Glass, or How to Ship Glass Items. And that's how I ship my ornaments. And I have never, knock on wood, I've never had any ornaments break shipping this way. So if you want a good video on ornament shipping, go check that out. Have I ever tried getting my shipping label from a third party like Parcel Path or Parcel Monkey? No, I have not. But a lot of people have talked about using Pirate Ship. And they say that that's really good. And I've heard that they work really well. So I'm going to check into that soon and let you guys know. Why do we need a mock-up? You don't need a mock-up. It's just something that if you want to make a lot of different listings, but not taking time to make each individual item and posting pictures of it, that's why people use mock-ups. Does that make sense? I like them just for the purpose of quickly getting items up, listings, so I can make more items. What do I recommend for visibility for starting up an Etsy page, SEO, social media? For visibility for startup. Okay. Do you mean like how, okay, let me see. For visibility, what do I recommend for visibility for starting up an Etsy? So, I'm going to have a more in-depth SEO video coming soon. I've kind of been just waiting to see how this stuff with Etsy plays out because there is a lot going on right now with the shipping and everything like that. Social media, because I've been terrible about that this year because I've just focused so much on my Etsy shop. But SEO is definitely the most, I think, important thing with pictures, your product photos, your listing, your descriptions, all of that stuff. And I'll have a more in-depth video on that coming soon. Do I know how big my miter saw blade is for my wood? I'm not sure. I really do need to go. Mary, I will go check and see how big my miter saw is soon, and I will let you guys know because I'm not sure the size of it, honestly. I really am not. My husband is camera crazy too, but I like it now. Yes, I understand that. But it's important, I guess, to have safety. Very true, especially because if you say there's a lot of land, you probably don't have many people around, so that's pretty scary in case of emergency. Yes, we do have neighbors, but like I said, we're all like 10 acre. We all have a lot of land, so we're pretty spaced apart. And my husband's always liked cameras. He likes to know what's going on. So if there's ever a need to know what's going on. Can I elaborate on what a mock-up is? So yes, a mock-up is kind of what you use in the background of a photo if you want to showcase, I guess, what your items look like. Without an example, if you buy, or there's a mock-up and a plate mock-up where it's just a picture of a plate and you add wording to it to make it look like there's a decal on it. Does that make sense? That's kind of the best. It's basically just showing what your item looks like to make it. And go back a couple of videos, and I have a video explaining how I use the mock-ups to get started, but as I get orders, I'm trying to remember to take pictures. Yes, that is definitely important to take pictures after your mock-ups. And I'm so bad about doing that because I do post a lot of pictures, or I take a lot of pictures. I used to take a lot of pictures in the past, and I'm not as good about it anymore because I'm just trying to rush and get those orders out. So yes, it's pictures of stuff you can do. Yes. But just make sure that it looks. I don't recommend getting wood sign mock-ups because wood sign looks so different from every single shop. So if you're going to do wood sign mock-ups, take your own picture of your own wood sign, leave it blank, and then go into your editing software like PicMonkey and add your wording into that. But make sure it's your own wood sign because there's those customers that are going to see it and say, hey, that sign does not look like my sign. So you just be careful with that. I sell clothing, so I really don't have an issue with damages, but I was just curious, never know when I may branch out and try new things. Yes, definitely. Try the mock-ups work for getting things out quickly. Basically, you have a background and you insert the design of an image of what it could look like. Yes, that's right, Mia. Or Dressed by Mia. Do I use a circular saw or a table saw when cutting my birch wood? I use a circular saw right now. Table saws, the one we have, it kind of scares me because it's kind of older and we don't have the right, I don't know, it's not powerful enough to do what I do. So I don't like using it. But yeah, I use a circular saw right now. And it's just you just put it on top of something flat and then just draw your lines and cut. If you Google DeWalt sliding compound miter saw, that's what, yeah, okay. So all of you who are wondering what kind of miter saw I use, Google DeWalt sliding compound miter saw, and that's the one we use. Okay. Yeah, my husband just wrote it because he knows. He's the one that helped me pick it out. How many items do you think is a manageable number of items that you post on Etsy? How many items do I think? Okay. I say 30 is a good starter. A manageable number of posts. Oh gosh, I think the more the better because it gives you more of an opportunity. I have over 100, I think, normally. I think it's like 150 items, and that kept me very busy. So it just depends on your shop. There's shops out there with thousands of items. I could not do it. At least by myself, I couldn't. It's good for shops to keep up the sample cost down and be able to get a lot of listings with minimal cost. Yes, that's very true about mock-ups. I feel like I always get crooked cuts with my circle. Yes, Brittany, I feel you on that. I don't know. That's why I'll show you guys what I bought real quick. It's right here. Oh, my knees. Oh, goodness. Okay, so let's see if you can see this. So this is for a circular saw, and it helps you cut straight lines. It says circular saw edge guide. So it can go up to 24 inches wide by however long you want to go. So this helps you cut straight lines. So I'm on my cuts, I would get sometimes crooked lines too. My husband's way better at cutting that, but I have to do it myself a lot of the time. So I just do the best that I can. And if I have to go back and recut it until it's straight, I'll do that. Or I'll go back on my miter saw and hold it one way, cut, and then flip it around and cut just to get a flat or straight cut. But this is what I'm going to use this week. I'm going to try this out and see if it works good. Google circular saw cutting guides. Yes, my husband just said the cutting guide. Yeah. So this, and he said that Harbor Freight also has one. So check these out if you're wanting to get straight cuts with your circular saw, because it'll save you, because table saws are a lot more expensive than circular saws. So, okay, what do I recommend for those who can't make a lot of signs? There's no one to make them for, but still options. On the Etsy shop, do I list one that I made and just say that it's customizable? So yes, Anastasia, I'm saying names wrong. I would just take a picture. Can you make a blank sign? If you can make a blank wood sign and take a picture of it and then go on and make mock-ups, that's a great way to showcase things. Or yes, say it's customizable. But a lot of times it's good to just get several pictures out there so people know what you offer. Does that make sense? So definitely try and take pictures of a plain sign and just go and edit it if you can, unless you make something that you have to do like paint or something like that. I'm talking about, I guess, the kind that I make, which is just plain old lettering. It's easy to make mock-ups for that. I'm going to buy it Home Depot or Lowe's. I think we got it at Lowe's, the Craig. Check on Amazon. It's called the Craig Rip Cut Circular Saw Edge Guide. I think it was at Lowe's that we got it. I think it was like I said, a Black Friday deal. I cannot remember, but it was not much. It wasn't too much. So yeah, that's what I'm going to try this week to get straighter cuts because I'm very OCD about my stuff not being straight. Could I post a review of the cutting guide? Yes, Angela. This week I'm doing a video on a complete wood signs. I'm talking from start to finish, me going and getting the wood, cutting the wood. My husband's going to help me film this video. If you're still on there, John, you're going to help me. He's going to help me film it, and we're going to cut wood, and then I'll come in. I'll show you how I frame it. I'll show you how I stain it, everything. We're going to do a complete video. So I will try that out before the video to make sure it works, and then I'll post a review of it. Yeah, no problem. I'm happy to help, but that is the plan, at least. Okay. But yeah, a lot of times it's good to have two people. When you're cutting big wood, you might need somebody to hold your wood so you can use your circular saw, because I have a really hard time cutting by myself, getting straight lines. I'll have to get somebody to hold it because it's so big and bulky and awkward that you might need help. You can always mention that you provide customized items, but everyone, yes, Dress by Mia, that's a great idea. So she's saying that you provide customized items, but everyone is visual when they're shopping and you want to know what's going to look like before you buy it. So that's why mock-ups are good. I agree with that. Where did I get my heat press? So I got it on Amazon. It's just the Power heat press. I think it was like $169 when I bought it. And I don't make much with my heat press. I make popsicle koozies and little things here and there, but I don't make a whole lot. I want to get more into it, but I just need to, I think, practice more with shirts and things like that before, if I ever branch out to shirts, which I don't think I will, to be honest with y'all. Clothing stuff, it just kind of worries me that I'm going to have those customers that don't know how to wash their shirts right or something, and then the shirt messes up and then it's on me. But maybe I'll learn that this year. We'll see. My Facebook group is amazing, great community, and you're very helpful. Thank you so much. I'm glad. I really enjoy that Facebook group. Everyone on there is so sweet and so helpful. Okay. Yes, definitely always a good idea to get someone to help you hold your wood, because it is really, it'll mess your cut up if you don't. Okay, let's see. I think I'm going to make a blank painted but lettering on top on my computer. Yes, try that out. You do t-shirts, decals, and signs. I use my Easy Press for now, but looking to get a heat press. Yeah, check out the Power Press, because it's been awesome. I've had it for years and I've never had any issues with it. So, and it's easy. It's really easy to use. You just need to burn it when you first buy them. You burn it off for I don't know how long. I can't remember. It's been a while, but you just turn it on a high temperature and burn it off, and then it's ready to use. So, so this is the seat of my chair. I just got gray, white. They had it on Amazon. Oh, I was going to say, I was going to mention that I don't know if any of you are on Etsy, selling on Etsy right now, shipping. I have over 50 orders in transit still, you guys. And I shipped out the last of my orders on, what is it, Friday? Yeah, Saturday, maybe, Saturday. And literally since November the something, I can't even remember the last one. There's some of them are still in transit. So y'all be prepared, because shipping is really crazy right now. USPS put an alert on their website saying that priority mail is now going from 2 to 3 days up to 3 to 4 weeks. That's how long that they're guaranteeing their shipping for. So I am waiting until opening my Etsy shop back up until January the 1st, or I guess after the new year, because it's just a mess right now. The post office and everything. Everything I've shipped from FedEx and UPS has arrived on time, but USPS is a nightmare right now. So I just wanted to let you guys know, if you're planning on starting an Etsy shop or if you're shipping right now, just be prepared, because I'm hoping that some of these get moving, because a lot of them are Christmas gifts and they're just stuck in this in transit late period. It's awful. It is awful. I'm really sad that people are not getting their items quickly, because it is going to reflect on a lot of Etsy shops this year. There's been a lot of talk about the ODR. If you guys don't know what ODR is, Etsy came out with this year, where they're judging their shops based off of their reviews, and they get your percentage of your sales. You get not judged. Like, what is the word I'm looking for? They will basically review your shop and give you negative ODR ratings if you're not doing well. So right now, and they kind of put it on hold with the whole pandemic, but right now with the shipping issue, if people get negative reviews on shipping, it's going to really impact shops. And I'm just waiting right now, basically, because I know those 50 people that are waiting for their items for Christmas, if they don't get them and then they leave me a negative review and that affects my shop, we just don't know what's going to happen. Oh, and I wanted to also mention, there is a new shopping, what is it called? Like a platform like Etsy coming out. And I'm going to have more on this soon. I'm going to start a new platform. I'm going to sell on this new platform soon. So I'm going to let you guys know how that goes. It's a very new, it's kind of like Etsy, but I think 100% of the profit that they make from your orders goes to charities and stuff like that. I'm trying to remember what it was called. I saved it on my phone. I don't even know where it is. But it's a new marketplace and they're doing very well. So compared to Etsy, this shop is up there making the same amount that Etsy made its first year. So you guys stay tuned for that. I'm going to do a new shop on there and just see how that goes. Well, if they accept me, I think you have to go through an acceptance or something like that. But yeah, so y'all stay tuned for that. I've been seeing a lot of talk about this new platform coming up. Oh, is my audio cutting up? Can you guys hear me okay? Okay, I have an order I sent out on the 4th, and it is in transit, last updated on the 10th. But I sent out orders last week that are already delivered. You're so lucky, Mia, or Dressed by Mia, because a lot of shipping is delayed right now. It's bad. If I'm in all the Etsy groups and everyone is freaking out, everyone is freaking out. Do I have a second favorite transfer tape? I've been struggling with AT5 for a simple decal. I don't have a favorite second, but I did try on US Cutter. There's another brand. I think it's called Transfer Right. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. But it was pretty good. But I love my Rtape Clear Choice. What are you struggling with? I might can help you out. I haven't had any issues with it. So affect your shop in what way? Okay, so the ODR can affect your shop. Okay, wait, are we talking about the reviews affecting your shop? Okay, so if we're talking about reviews affecting your shop, they can affect your shop by just looking like you have low reviews, and then Etsy can shut shops down if they have low reviews. They had this, when this ODR came out, they were literally shutting shops down for having, if you get like just a bunch of negative reviews within one time frame or cases open within one time frame, they give you a warning and then they watch your shop. And if you get one or two more bad reviews during that time frame, they would shut your shop down. And everyone was losing their minds when this came out, because this was a new thing. So luckily they put it on hold during the pandemic, because it's just a mess right now with everything. And we're hoping, or everyone in the Etsy community is hoping, that they stop that mess, because it's not fair a lot of times when because you're going to have surges in your whole business, where you're going to have shipping delays because of like, for instance, right now, and you're going to deal with those negative customers that are out of your control. I think that the review process should be a lot more, and because that's your life, and I think it happened with one huge business. It was a big deal. They lost their Etsy shop due to the ODR rating, and they had, oh gosh, a lot of sales on Etsy. So okay, I've been waiting for my new printer that was supposed to be delivered on December 4th, and it hasn't updated. I know it's ridiculous right now. It's crazy. And some of the things are just saying, like, I have one from October 21st that hasn't moved either. So she's been so patient, though, that one customer. So you've been waiting for over 2 weeks for something lame. I know what you've been waiting on. Let's see. AT65 is too tacky for you. You can try AT60. Yes, there's a medium tack, definitely. I know AT65 used to be medium tack and they changed it to high tack. But I like it being high tack because I feel like it just adheres well to the vinyl. Okay, so it's not pulling up some designs from the backing no matter what I use. Okay. Could it be? Okay, sometimes this happens, Anastasia, when your vinyl is cutting too deep. If your vinyl is cutting too deep, it can keep your either it will stick, like the vinyl is so stuck to the paper because it's cut so deep. Does that make sense? It probably doesn't make sense. Try messing around with your vinyl settings and see if your vinyl is cutting too deep or too little. It could be one or the other. It's a tricky thing trying to learn exactly what works for your machine and what settings to use. But I recommend just play around with your settings. I can tell you if your vinyl is cutting too deep, it will rip so deep into the paper that your vinyl almost does not remove. I hope that makes sense. That's what I've come to find. So it might not be the AT65. That's a possibility because I see lines on the back. Oh, yep, that's it. If you see lines on the back, it's too deep. So whatever setting you're using, I don't know if you use Silhouette or Cricut or whatever software you use, go edit your settings to be a lower force or lower your blade setting. So make sure your blade is on the right setting. But that's definitely a reason. So go check that out. Okay, what acrylic ruler do I use in my videos with the markings on it? So I actually bought a new one because I needed it. Where is it? Oh, I don't know. Oh, I have a mess all around me. Let's see. Here it is. So I got this one at Walmart, and it is a Fiskars brand. I had to get a new one because my other had paint all over it, but it is just a regular. You get it in the quilting section or the sewing section, the scissors section, whatever in your Walmart it is. And they have these. I think this one was only like $8. So it's 24 inches long and 6 inches wide. I love this thing. I use it for putting my my hangers on the back of my signs. I use it for my when I'm putting my stencils on, trying to make sure that they're centered. That's what I use this for. I love, love, love this. This is probably one of the most important things I use in my business, y'all. And I can link it. There's one on Amazon too that I like. I'll link that one too if you guys want it. Is it called Fair? I don't know what that is. Heidi, I'm not sure what you mean by fair. Fair. Okay. Do I have an issue with your silhouette being too close to the wall when cutting links for vinyl? I have a Cricut and I need space behind the machine. So, yeah, I have mine up far enough to where it won't hit the wall. So just push it up as far as you can when you're cutting. In our old house, we were limited on space. So when I was cutting, I would move it up. But yeah. Oh, it's already been an hour and 30 minutes. I didn't even realize. I get carried away with these lives. Do I have an issue with my silhouette being too close to the wall? Oh, I just answered that question. Oh, I wanted to say I'm so sorry, guys, for my last live. I know people that were watching the replay, someone brought it to my attention. So YouTube automatically puts ads on the videos when I'm done with them. And if I don't go back and fix them, that last live put like 30 or 40 ads on it. And I swear to you guys, I did not do that. I'm not one of those people that bombard with ads. I hate that. I can't stand watching videos with ads. So if you guys ever see ads on my videos like that, let me know because that's not me. It's YouTube just automatically I don't know what they did. It's like they threw up ads on that last video. So someone brought that to my attention. I just wanted to mention it because I didn't want y'all to think that I put like 30 ads on my last video. Because that is insane. That was just when I saw that and I went and saw on the video, I could not believe it because I forgot to go on there and edit it off. So just wanted to mention that. Do I have a separate website apart from Etsy? I'd like to have a backup. So yes, Linda, I do have a separate website, but I'm terrible about getting on there and doing stuff with it. But this year I'm planning on doing as much as I can with that website. I'm just so bad about it because Etsy takes up so much of my time that that went to the back burner. But yes, I have a Wix website where I created from scratch. And I think, y'all, it still has fall stuff on it because I haven't even... I used to put it on sideways on the table so it would hit the wall. Okay, so she's talking about she put her silhouette on the table so it wouldn't hit the wall when it was more pressed for space. Just put it back towards the wall to store it when I was done. Yes, it's good to just pull it out when you're cutting it. And I actually bought, you guys see that behind me? I bought a new one at Walmart. It is a black one, and it is wider to be able to fit my 24-inch silhouette on there because that one is not long enough to fit it. And I'm kind of hoping that the other one will fit there. And if it doesn't, I'm going to move it somewhere else. Oh, you hush. I did not do that with the ads, Jonathan. Y'all, my husband's still being a troll on here. Y'all ignore him. You're something else. Oh, goodness. Okay. My other shop has been suspended, but it was a week of lost time and there was nothing I could do. I think I have a back. Yes, backups are great. That's one thing that I know that if my Etsy shut down for some reason, it would be terrible because I'm so bad. I'm so bad about putting work into that. But I have gotten several sales on the website. I just don't have time to put into it. My husband is funny. I know. We've been together since we were teenagers, so we all have always had that playful relationship. Been together 12 years this coming year, so it's crazy. Yep, he's a mess. I don't know how I put up with him that long. He needs to come home so he can help me build this chair. Because I hate building stuff like this. I absolutely hate, and he hates it too. Putting stuff together like this is just terrible. Well, do you guys have any more questions? Okay, let's see. How hard was it to make my Wix site? I'm trying to make a website for my customized jewelry. What advice do I have to help out with building a website? So like I said, I love Wix because it was really user friendly and it was easy to design everything and everything like that because it's a lot of step-by-step stuff. So it was not hard at all. I'm very new about stuff like that, learning how to build a website. I thought there was more into it, but I just got my domain at GoDaddy, purchased my domain, and then it links to your website that you design and build from Wix. So it's not too bad at all. So the advice to building a website with several customized. Okay, yes, there is a lot of customized options on that Wix too, if that's what you're looking at. I would just suggest trying to find more ways. It's a lot easier on you when you have the personalized boxes where people type their information in, if that makes sense. So, because it's hard to do the boxes where you have to individually type each color and each thing. And that's what takes forever with your own website. You have to literally customize each and everything. It's a lot of work. So we'll head back to work. Love you too. Love you guys too. Oh man. Troll has left the chat. Oh my goodness. The new selling platform. Yes, I'm going to show you. Oh, Heidi, yes. I'm going to show you guys this new selling platform that I saw in a group a couple days ago. And it is a new selling platform that is just like Etsy. And it has, they proved, or their sales that they had compared to Etsy's first year, they were at the same amount. So they're very hot right now. Or they're getting in hot. It's their first year. So I'm thinking about trying that out just to see, because it's good to start things when it's new. Just to be, I guess, an OG. You guys and Sally, thank you for helping. It's been a great live, but my newborn says I have to go. Okay, good night. Thank you so much for joining. My husband is so funny. You guys seem to have an awesome relationship. My husband is my supporter and always trolling. Yes, he's He's trying to embarrass me on here, I think, is what he was trying to do. Oh, but yes, I love him. He's a big supporter for sure. I opened my Etsy shop and I need help with my logo and a good picture app. So yes, I love PicMonkey for my all my logos and everything I designed it with. And I have a video. If you go back and see that video I made, I kind of explained how I make things, and I made my logo on it. And I use just PicMonkey to edit my photos. And I also use an editing app on my phone, just a free editing app on my phone. It's really not much to it. As long as you know how to edit photos a little bit to make your brightness look good and stuff like that, you can make it work. Yes, I will. I'll get him in. I asked him if he'd want to be in a video with me soon, which he will be with this wood cutting video because I'll need his help. But yeah, I'll put him in here more. He's a little bit crazy though. I'll tell you all that. He's a little bit crazy. Am I a Mac or a PC user? I'm a PC user. I know nothing about Mac. So I think that the Silhouette software is similar in Mac and PC though. I'm pretty sure it's all the same except for the keyboard shortcuts and things like that. Okay, let's see. Yes, you can do logos on Wix and stuff like that for Fiverr. Yeah, you can get people to design them for you. I'm just so simple, as y'all already have seen. I make a lot of my stuff very simple, just my name with, that's kind of how I made my logo. I did pay in the beginning when I was sewing. I paid somebody to make a whole branding for me when I did the Sally's Southern Stitches. She made it with like a sewing needle and had the thread going around my name. It looked really cool. She did a good job, but obviously I don't sew anymore, so I had to change all of that. Okay. This chair is literally in pieces, like individual pieces. What do I expect if I'm ordering a chair from Amazon? It's going to be, you're going to have to build it. So does anybody else have any more questions? I hate to keep you guys for so long. I just get carried away on these. I'm trying to answer as many questions as I can. Is it missing the back? Oh, it was over here. Okay, how would I drive traffic to my Wix website? So I didn't do anything for a while. I literally just had it up there and I would get sales just sporadically here and there. But I would suggest paying for Google ads and then going to Facebook, paying for their ads. Because I think that Wix does have a way to link Facebook ads to the website. So you can pay, hey, and I've had good luck with Facebook ads, you guys. When I was not doing as big on my Etsy shop, I paid like, I think it was $1 to $2 a day for Facebook ads. And you sign up for page likes. I think that's what it was. Look up, if you guys are interested in Facebook ads, look up online how to get more Facebook page likes or something with ads. And in the beginning, that's how I got my first likes on Facebook. And they're still on there and they still interact with my page. So it's real customers, real people. So sign up for ads. And really that's how you get traffic to your website. Sign up for ads and then get traffic there. And then you're going to build up your customer base. Give them a coupon for like 10 to 15% off of their next order. And then you'll have a repeat customer. Because I don't know about y'all, but if I get a coupon, I like to use it. Like, with that Old Navy cash and stuff like that. When you got to go spend that money or you got to come back so you get a discount, it works. It works. Let's see. SVG tips. Let's see. SVG tips are cuts a lot. So are you asking Saved by Sins? Are you asking how SVG tips are Sir cuts a lot? Okay, I'm not sure. Okay, so they just freestyle. Okay, I'm getting lost. Okay, let's see. Fiverr is a great place to get people to create anything for you. Yes, Fiverr is great. I've never used anything there, but my husband has because he has a business too. Besides his work, where he got someone to design his logo for him for his business. How much is it for Google ads? You can pay as little as $1 a day, I think. It just depends on how much traffic you want to get to your website. Okay, I can't leave until I build the. You guys, I'm just sitting. All I've done this entire time is get the pieces out. Can you guys tell that I'm like ADD? Like I can only focus on one thing. I don't know how I've ran a business with how sporadic I am, or what's the word I'm looking for? How one track mind I am right now. But I made it work. I've made it work. Sign up for ads on Facebook. How do you recommend spending to start with? So I think that I did $1 a day in the beginning and I was getting great results. So I just upped it and I was getting even better results. And I got hundreds of likes from ads and I stopped it after like a week. So sign up for page likes. And then I think you make a little post. And I think I put a bunch of pictures of the things that I made on the ad. And then I said something along the lines of, what I made, like wood signs, vinyl decals, gifts. And then you put tags in the ad that basically attract, you know how Facebook is a whole algorithm, right? Well, if you put tags in it that say things like, okay, when you're on Facebook and anything that you're looking at for long periods of time, Facebook puts that in their algorithm for like things that you're interested in. So in those tags, what do you think about what are your customers looking for on their Facebook, or what are they, looking for? So you put things like gifts or Christmas gifts or ornaments or whatever you're wanting to, what kind of people you're wanting to attract. And it gets those people. And then they see that ad on there and they're like, ooh, I'm going to like that page. That's kind of how it works. I hope that made sense, but okay. I'm not sure about the Fiverr if they freestyle. I think that you have to give them an idea of what you want and then they design it from there. And then you get to pick, 5 different things? Is that how it works? 5 different logos and then you just decide from there. How do you sign up for page likes? I cannot remember, Tabitha. I'll have to go back and look, but I Googled it. And there's a way when you're setting up your Facebook ads, you do it for, how it says, what do you want this ad for? And you do 4 page likes, 4 messages, 4 new customer, something like that. And you just click for page likes. So it does attract people that tend to like a lot of small businesses and things like that. That's another thing I would tag. I would tag support small business or small shop. And you'd get a lot of people that are just wanting to support local, so support small, tag your state in there, whatever, people that might want to shop locally. Give them an idea of what you like and what you're looking for. And they're graphic designers, they have to work with specifications. Yes, that is, you're right, Dressed by Mia. Okay. I got everything out of the box. I did it. I literally slept so long yesterday because I've been running on like 3 and 4 hours of sleep last week. And this weekend, it just felt so good to just catch up on sleep. I'm telling you guys, if you guys want your business to take off, be prepared to be mentally drained during the holidays because it took a lot out on me this last few weeks because it was me, literally just me working all day, every day. And it takes a lot out on you. So just be prepared for that. I think due to this whole COVID stuff, it's been hard. Like you don't want to hire random people coming in your home. And, a lot of my family works. So I don't have people that can really just stop and help me. So you guys, if you're going to take off, find somebody to help you. Take the load off yourself, ask for help, because that's something I'm really bad at doing. I don't ask for help. I try to do everything myself. So next year, I'm going to be having to hire help. I don't think I can do it anymore. And I wish some of you guys live closer to me so I could have help from people that I know how to run vinyl and all this stuff, because people don't really around here that I haven't met anybody that knows how to do this stuff. So, but even just stuff like packaging orders, and that would be helpful to find somebody to do. So y'all be prepared if you're wanting orders to come in, but just be prepared for the mental part of it too. I've learned so much from YouTube. Not everything I have used, but I've shared a lot of knowledge with others trying to start off. I know there's a lot of people that help me. So yeah, yay, that's awesome. I'm so glad. Yeah, YouTube it definitely has taught me a lot too. That's kind of how I learned a lot of the things I learned. So definitely you can find a lot of helpful stuff on there for sure. And what really helped me, y'all, is joining the Facebook groups, the silhouette groups. That is how I found my best seller. This was back in the day. This sign doesn't sell as much for me anymore. But my little sign that I sell that has the heart and then the two names on it, the husband and wife name or whatever. And that was a huge seller for me. And I got an idea from that because someone was showing a tutorial on how they did it on there. And I did my own spin on it. And that was my biggest seller. So join those groups, guys. Like anything you're wanting to sell, go on Facebook and look for all those groups that have that stuff that you're wanting to sell on it. Because that's how I learned how to do everything. And the people that are on there that are so nice enough to share tips instead of like hiding it in, that's what's helpful. But a lot of times people don't. So a lot of it I learned myself, but join those groups, guys. How long did it take for me to quit my 9-to-5? So I've kind of said this story some, but it was just a long story short. I was working at a place that I hated because I was not getting paid. I don't even know why I took that job because I barely got paid anything, but I worked with a lot of the elderly people and I loved it because I was around, and I worked a lot with customer or people, and I just love working with people. So I like that aspect of it, but it was a draining job, kind of thing. So I was getting at that point where I wanted to be home with my daughter more. And I was just, it was stressful on me. So my grandfather had Alzheimer's at the time. And he lived with my parents, but they needed somebody to kind of, I say babysit, but kind of sit with him through the day. Cause he would just go and drive and like get lost and things like that. So I said, you know what, this is a great opportunity for me to start my business up. And I already had a business, but I didn't do it full time. So I wasn't making that much. Keep this in mind. So when this happened, I decided, okay, I'm going to go help with him during the day until my parents get home. And during that whole time, I learned everything about my business. I researched, I did everything. And I would have my daughter in half-day preschool. So I was able to have her pretty much most of the day too, while spending time with my grandfather before he died. And he died during the time that I was helping him. And that is when I put my all into my business. So that is really how I started. So I literally put my all into it. I don't recommend doing that if you financially have to be working continuously, because it is a huge but luckily I was ready for that. I had prepared for this and I knew that I was taking a risk, but I prepared for it and I did it, and it ended up working out obviously great. And then I got pregnant with my youngest daughter during this whole time frame when I was starting up my business. So it all worked out. So that's basically the story of I started, basically, I really did take a chance. And that's a very scary thing to do. But I just thought, I'm hating my job anyway. So if it doesn't work out, I can just go find another job. And it worked out. So I didn't find another job. But yeah. What state am I in? I'm in South Carolina. I'm in upstate South Carolina. So that's where I am. There's some that don't want to share because they don't want another seller. I think that's crazy. There's enough customers for everyone. Yes, Tabitha, I agree with you. And I was worried in the beginning about sharing things like this, but now I've come to realize people aren't going to go and steal exact things that you're selling, because that's not genuine. That's not you need to take that inspiration that you get from people and make your own from those inspiring things you're learning. So if you like that laundry sign, go do it and make your own fonts on it, or, make different stain colors that shop doesn't offer. Do you see what I'm saying? So there's plenty for everyone. There's plenty. The things that drive me crazy is when people steal your photos and steal your exact things, like from your shop, like the entire shop. Because I had a time in Etsy about, I guess, a year ago, where there was another new shop, and I got a message one day from a random person. I didn't know who she was. And she said, FYI, a lot of your photos and your listings and everything, I'm talking word for word descriptions, everything was on this person's shop. And I messaged her and I asked her I was being nice. I didn't report her. And this was me, like I said, a year or two ago. And I said, will you please remove my photos from your shop? And she didn't. I had to get Etsy involved because You can't take your entire, literally all of my listings. And I don't know what ended up happening with that. I'm not sure, but I ended up rebranding my stuff literally right after that. So, but it happens, you guys. It does. People steal your photos. But you know what I've come to find is if they want to steal them, they're going to do it. And it is what it is. But always, like I said, don't just let them do it. Always reach out and give them a chance to correct themselves and let them know they got to figure out their own stuff. If they want to be successful, you have to do your own work. You have to put your stuff in it. Thank you so much. Okay. There's no instructions with this. There's no instructions with this chair, guys. No, there literally is no instructions. How am I supposed to build a chair without instructions, y'all? There's literally nothing. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to literally be building a chair from scratch. Nope. Wait. Nope, that's not it. Is this it? Oh, I found it. You guys. Oh my gosh, I found the instructions. And it's probably going to be something that is so confusing. Don't y'all love building stuff? I hate building furniture. Thank you so much for the live. Can't wait to get off work and watch it all later. Oh, thank you so much. You guys are the best. So does anybody have any more questions or anything? I know there's a lot that are just now joining, I see. But I have a video hopefully coming out tomorrow, y'all, of me opening my Silhouette Cameo 4 Pro. And then I'm going to do another video soon after of cutting with the Cameo 4 Pro for the first time. So we're going to see if that thing is as great as it says it is. Because it says that it's faster and it's cuts better and all of these other things. So we're going to have to see. You guys, something really embarrassing happened to me when my husband and I went out and got some last minute Christmas stuff this weekend. And I had my mask on. And then all of a sudden in the corner of my eye, we were in front of all these people too. I saw this black thing like going into my mask. And I freaked out and threw my mask and started doing this whole thing. Because, I didn't know what it was. And then I looked down. My husband said, "What are you doing? What is wrong with you?" And then it was a ladybug, and all these people were sitting there just staring at me. I made like a huge fool of myself, you guys. But if you see something crawling into your mask, did you not freak out too? And I had to, of course, announce it. I was like, "Oh, there was a bug in my mask." People probably think I'm crazy in my town, y'all. Oh, let's see. I'm glad to hear about your story. Anyone wanting to build a business got to do their homework. I learned so much from you. Thank you so much. Yes, it's like I said, I cherish that time because my grandfather and I were so close, and I got to spend literally his last 3 months of his life with me. And we spent all the time together while I was researching, and it was just amazing. So it was really worth it to me to be able to have that time. Haley, can you please help her? Okay. Sorry, y'all. Haley, you can help her. They're ready for bed. I got to go get the kiddos. They're not even supposed to be. I had their baths and they're ready for bed and everything, but they're just, they don't have, we have a little bit of a different schedule because of the virtual school, but I need to get on the kids on a better schedule because, they're going to be going back to school this coming year. So, okay, let's see. Check YouTube. You might find a tutorial of someone putting together the same chair. Yes, I will check because it was a popular seller on Amazon. I've looked for this kind of chair for a while and I finally found it. Okay, your loyal customers will always know the original and will be able to call out a fake. Yes, I agree with that. Yes. And when they see that you're the shop that's been on there for a while and all of that stuff, they know who's stealing things like that. I would have done the same thing. Yes, I freaked out. I don't like bugs and I don't like things crawling on me, especially. No way. Not in your mask either, because you don't know if it's going to get into your nose or your mouth. Was it a spider? Like, I don't know what it could have been at that point. Haley, do you ever have problems getting your stencil to stick to your wood? And do you have any, guys, one moment. I have a little quick thing I got to do. 1 second. Haley, you have to wait just a minute. I'm still alive. I'm almost done. Okay. Sorry, you guys. Mother stuff to deal with real quick, but I'll answer a couple more questions. Okay, I'm trying to see where I was. Do I ever have problems getting my stencil to stick to my wood? So no, I don't. I used to before when I was using flat, but the semi-gloss, I don't know, it gives it like a something to adhere to, but I've never had problems with my Aura mask. I did before when I was using different paint, but this paint, y'all, I'm telling you, it's my sweet spot. It works really good. I'm out of breath. I just ran down the stairs. But yes, the semi-gloss, my stencil always sticks to it. So no problems with that. And then do I add hangers and hooks to the back of my signs? So yes, I do. Only if they want them. I include them with all of my framed wood signs. And then I give people an option with my regular wood signs because some people like to use the command strips. Next year, I'm actually thinking about offering command strips because putting those hangers, those sawtooth hangers on, it takes a long time. I'm trying to see where I had them. I was literally just cleaning up my office and I had my, so I just have these little sawtooth hanger things and they're like an inch. I'll link them. I'm going to have an Amazon shop thing coming soon and I'm going to show you guys literally everything I buy. And this is one of my staples. So they're just these blacks, like stainless steel, and they have little tiny screws. It takes a long time though. But yes, I include them if I have a order that wants them. Okay. Oh, thank you so much, Shannon. Oh, you are so sweet. Oh, you guys are so awesome. Thank y'all so much. You guys are going to make me cry. I'm going to cry. I have the best viewers. I swear. You guys are all so sweet. I hardly get any hate. Most of you guys are all just amazing. Do I have a problem? Okay, let's see. I don't mind building. I used to work assembling furniture for display. Linda, you need to come over here and help me build this chair. I'm done with it. I'm done with building stuff, at least because we just moved to this house a couple months ago, you know, and I built so many things and a lot of it from scratch. So I don't mind building wood furniture, but these little things with all these pieces, it makes me frustrated. But thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome. That is what I use. That is what you use. Let's see. Oh, the hangers are what you use? Is that what you're saying, Tabitha? Did I ever see the hook that looks like a hanger hook? Easy to poke the wall and it can help your customers poke the wall. I don't know. The hook that looks like a hanger. Are you talking about those like ones that you buy that are really long and you just stick them in a wall, Miss Justice? But yes, I'm trying to find options that make it easier for me because it is a lot. It holds like 50 pounds. No, I don't know if I've seen that. But a lot of people in the whole silhouette community use those hammer sawtooth hangers that you hammer into the back of your signs. But I'm worried about that. Like, I don't know how well it's going to hold up. I trust my sawtooth hangers because I screw them into the signs. And that plywood is so like, I wouldn't know how to. But that's pretty cool. Yeah, I've used, if it's the same ones I'm thinking about, I use those with hanging my vinyl roll holders up there. And those were so cool. I had never used those before. That is really cool. Yeah, I don't know how it would work with the wood signs though. Yeah, but I'm looking for I love the command strips though. I don't know if I should offer that and then just have like a giant roll I buy in bulk and offering, you can either get command strips or sawtooth hangers. I don't really know. Do you guys use command strips? Or do y'all use like hangers in your homes and stuff? Yes, I use 1/2 inch plywood, Shannon. A 1/4 inch is too small for nails. 1/2 inch is just too heavy. So that 1/2 inch is just the perfect size. So you use command strips. Yeah, I like them a lot. I'm going to be doing a gallery wall soon on ours, and I'm going to use command strips because I would hate poking holes in all of that. Yeah, that wouldn't work in the back of a sign, just a wall. Oh, no, it's okay. I think that you can use those, though, if you had a type of hanger that would work for that, like a keyhole. If you put keyholes in the back of your signs. I have seen people do that for the wood signs. They'll make those little keyholes. So that's pretty cool. So that would work for keyholes, I think. I love command strips. Yeah, I do too. A lot of the stuff I'm going to hang in the house are going to have that because it's just, I change my mind a lot too. So it's easy to be able to move them around. But I use 1/4 inch sometimes, and I use a router to set my frame. Well, that's awesome. Let me know how well, I mean, I guess it is working for you, Tabitha. I've never tried 1/4 inch, but I just was scared because it was so little that I would think that when my nail would go in, that it would come out the top or the bottom. So I guess if it works for you, use it for sure. Oh, and you use a router to set in your frame. Okay, so you add your nails to the frame only. That's pretty smart. See, y'all, I have a lot to learn. Oh, is it expensive in your area? Yeah, I think I pay like 40 something dollars at Lowe's for the plywood and $50 for the plywood at my Home Depot. So it ends up being, when I cut my wood out of that huge 4x8 piece, and when you think about it that way, the cost of each sign is minimal because I can make so many signs from that 4x8 piece of plywood. But yeah, it is expensive in different parts of the world. I know, I'm sure. She used the monkey hooks to hang her vinyl rolls. Oh, is that what it is, CC? Okay, I don't know. Don't know exactly what she was using. It's almost 50 a sheet. Yeah, that's about the same price here. About 40, it's like $43 at Lowe's for the blonde wood, and it's $54 for the birch plywood at my Home Depot. Yeah. Very cost effective, really. Yeah. It is cost effective if you think about how much, if your customer pays, like my standard pricing for my 12x24 is like $55? Something, I don't even know. I'll have to go back and look. And that's free shipping. So if you think about it, if you're paying $50 for your board, I mean, pretty much 1 or 2 signs are going to cover that whole 4x8 piece. Oh yeah, Shannon, I understand that because if I don't have my husband there to help me get it in the truck or something, we'll have to get Home Depot or Lowe's to cut it in half. Yeah, that's what we have to do too. I hate waiting too. I just go up there and I'm like, can I please get this cut? And usually they're pretty quick about it. At least the times I've had to get it cut in half. It is so hard to handle those big pieces of wood though. I'll just get one of the carts when I'm by myself. I'll just get one of the carts and I'll just pull the plywood onto it. And you know, most people come up and be like, do you need help? And I don't like asking for help or getting help usually. So I'll just be like, no. And then when I go over there, I'll just get them to cut it in half or in fourths and then just take it home. And it's much easier to handle that way. Because it's hard to carry those big old things around. Especially when you have 2 little kids wanting to ride on the thing. And then you're trying to keep them from getting hurt. Because my kids are always with me. They're my little helpers. I didn't even build this chair. I may as well just try it when I get off this live because I'm not good at multitasking too much, especially when my brain is fried from all those orders, y'all. Well, guys, it has been 2 full hours, but I love being on here on these lives and having you guys ask questions and stuff. And I love to be able to answer the questions for y'all. And yes, I agree with that. That Home Depot's Birch, yes, they have really nice wood. After you get it cut in half, you use a table saw to cut it down. I use it depending on what size I'm doing, but I always use my circular saw to cut the wood down to the sizes I need. And I don't do it all at once. I do as I get orders. So once a week, I'll tally up all the orders I have, write it down, and then go and cut everything I need. And that's the way that I find it helpful. But I think this year, what my husband and I were talking about doing, I'm going to go and get a couple sheets of plywood and cut all 12 by 24s on one, and then all of my larger signs on the other. But the thing about that is sometimes I won't get a lot of sales of one size sign. It'll be all in one size. So that's why it's good a lot of times to just cut as you get. But it doesn't really save time doing it that way for sure. Oh, thank you guys so much for coming. I appreciate it. Like I said, I want to do these lives. Like I'm going to start my hope is y'all this year, and don't hold me to it, but I'm going to put 2 videos up a week starting now that I'm done with all this craziness of the holidays. I'm going to put 2 videos up a week, and maybe we can do a live here and there and answer questions, or maybe I'll do something on the live and you guys can watch and maybe ask questions while I'm doing them. But let me know in the send me a message or whatever if you guys get ideas for things I could do on this live, like interactive things that you guys can kind of like learn, watch. I know I love watching those lives, like the people that are working and doing the lives and stuff like that. But it's hard. I would feel like it would be hard to answer questions and work. But maybe we'll do that or something like that. But let me know what you guys like, and I would love to do that. But look out for videos. I got, like I said, 2 videos hopefully coming this week. Tomorrow I'm going to do it in the morning. So hopefully I'll get it up that night. And then I'm going to do another one this week. And then I'm going to work on the wood sign start to finish. That one's coming up soon. So you guys stay tuned for those. I'm really excited to do those because I am so happy with how the spray paint method is turning out for those signs. They are literally flawless. Like the paint is flawless. I think I finally got to what I'm going to use. I just need to get a respirator because that spray paint will give me a headache so I need to get a respirator, which now with this whole virus, respirators are like hard to find. Let's see. Any other questions? Okay, there's a couple more questions I'll answer and then I'll go. Do I prepare for holiday orders like before the orders start coming in? That way you don't have orders. So every holiday season, I've learned what to not do the next year and what to do the next year. So I thought I was great and prepared for this season. I had went and bought a huge order on Hobby Lobby with ornaments, and I got all my supplies that I needed, a bunch of vinyl, which I was good on vinyl. Vinyl was something I was prepared with, but everything else I had to keep going and getting things. But next year, I'm definitely going to get my wood signs pre-cut, have all that ready. I'm going to get ornaments prepared. I'm going to make sure I have a ton of them ready. I'm going to pre-cut fabric for those ornaments. I'm going to just do everything like that next season, so I won't be so stressed. That's the plan. Yes, I'm going to be doing the how to price the wood signs video very soon. Would you guys like a video on just the wood signs or how to price your handmade products? Or just do different videos on different items? Just let me know. Is my Instagram under Simply Sally or my Facebook page? I'm horrible with social medias. I'm trying to get better on those, but my business page is Simply Sally on Facebook and Instagram. And then I have a Simply Sally DIY that's for this YouTube channel. So if you guys go on Facebook, I'm more active on the Facebook page. It's Simply Sally DIY, like do it yourself. And there's a lot of amazing people on there that are so willing to help. And a lot of people that do a lot of this stuff. They do the wood signs, they do vinyl decals, they do a bunch of stuff. Do I pull the stencil while the spray paint is still wet? No, I let it completely dry. Are we not going to see your sweet peas today? Oh, they're actually being very good downstairs. and they're about to, I think my little one's getting sleepy. So that's why I'm going to go, because I had her all ready for bed when I started this live, and her teeth are brushed. She's ready for bed. So it's probably time for me to go lay her down in a minute. She's probably going to get grumpy here soon. They went to the dentist today and had their little teeth cleaned. All the videos. Thank you. Oh, thank you guys so much. Updated video on how to use spray paint without bleeding. Yes, Shannon, that's going to be coming up within the next video, a couple videos, 2 videos or so. I like to see how you prepare for the holiday sales next year. Yes, I will definitely do that. I have a couple ideas of some things I'm going to do for the end of this year, like preparing, getting all of your not tax, because I don't really want to talk about taxes necessarily, but how I prepare my year-end stuff, and how to get my office prepared for the next year. Because every year at the end of the year, I order a bunch of supplies and things like that. So I'm going to do a lot of videos on that stuff too. How do I keep from getting spray paint on the base of my sign? So I use a giant roll of tape. Like, it's funny how I have these things just like sitting here. I have giant rolls of tape like this, and they're just cheap from like Walmart or something. And I tape around the entire outer part of my signs. And it doesn't really save a lot of time if you're just doing one sign, but if you're doing multiple signs at a time, spray painting is very quick. And you know what's great about spray paint is you don't have to let it fully dry before you go on to your next spray coat. At least I haven't had to do that. Even when it's still wet, if it's not dark enough, I just go over it again. And then if that's not dark enough, I just go over it again. And nothing has bled so far. But the whole key to that, y'all, well, I'll get more into it on the video. You just have to make sure that your stencil is down really well, really firmly, and make sure you sanded really well, and make sure your paint is dry, things like that, your background paint. Okay, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for all your hard work and dedication. Oh, thank you so much. You guys are amazing. I love you all. Oh, I will. Shannon, girl, I'm not going to be famous and rich. You guys are so sweet, though. Truly, the reason that I want to do this is because I want all of you to be successful. And I know that everyone can do it. If someone like me can do it, anyone can make a successful business. And successful is different in everybody's mind, but you can be successful in your own way if you just put that work in. Like, you can't sit around. You can't wait for it to come to you. You can't just put 3 listings on your shop and sit and be like, oh, I'm not getting any sales. You have to actually like work at it every single day, and you will get there. So you guys are all so sweet. Thank y'all so much. All right, y'all. Well, I'm going to let you guys get going so this live isn't too long for the people watching the replay. I know they're probably like, oh, 2-hour video. But thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart for watching this, and look out for those videos coming this week. So, and oh yeah, again, check out the Facebook page, Simply Sally DIY, if y'all want more with me and our group and stuff like that. And yeah, so I'll see y'all soon. Bye, guys. All right, I'll see y'all later. Have a great night.